Kelly Shaw, Rocky Mountain Sasquatch organization. We're in Northern California again. Our favorite place to hike, one of the favorite places, is along the coastal trails because of all the Bigfoot sightings on the freeway near the trails and people seeing them on the trails. So obviously they're coming out of the Redwood forest and down onto the beach for some rewards. We're going to a secluded beach near the forests. We're going to check for footprints and anything else that may be Bigfooty. You can see some of the kelp beds and the shore break and stuff right here. Don't get too close. Such a nice day.
Some little birds floating in the ocean.
Oh, look at the rocks back here.
They're going camping. They got their dog and stuff.
There's over 1,000 miles of these coastal trails through California and Oregon and stuff that there's a lot of Bigfoot sightings at. So, you know, you get yourself on these trails and you're Bigfooting.
I thought you were talking about the camera.
So yeah, we're going to take a good look around this one. Yeah, the 101, you know, inland from here. There's a lot of sightings there and on these couple of particular beaches that we're going to. So, you know, people actually have to hike into these beaches. So, you know, during the night and long periods of time, there's, you know, sometimes there's nobody ever on these beaches, especially bad weather days. Lush everything is around here. Been talking to some locals in this area about the berries, and from what I understand, you get a few good days on any given month. Even in January, you get several nice days which happen. They get a little warm snap and the berries will ripen. So berries come in almost 12 months out of the year here. I mean, not as often in the wintertime, but there is something around here to eat in the winter. In case you didn't know who that was, who's been with us on this expedition to California, that Hunter Higley, Jenny's son.
Turn around and say hi, Higley.
Yeah.
He's been with us on a few expeditions. He doesn't get in front of the camera that often, but he is today. He's been helping us look for Bigfoot for almost a week now on this expedition. Yeah, we've been checking coastal trails, and we even spent the whole day yesterday, even into the night, at Bluff Creek. It was a long day yesterday. Started early and ended very late. We were bigfooting until almost midnight last night. Doesn't sound late to those that bigfoot all night long, but we started bigfooting at 9 a.m. yesterday morning. Yeah, the forests here are more like a jungle than a forest. It's a lot different than the Rocky Mountains we're used to. But we still get out here a couple of weeks every year. And look how green everything is. It's just beautiful here. It's like everything's covered in moss. I think if you used camo, because of all the contrasted colors in these types of forests, it'd be easy to stay camoed. If it was red, black, brown, blonde. Oh, it's high tide. Wow. Wow.
How do we get down?
This particular beach, there has been several Bigfoot sightings, and some of those sightings, people have actually saw the Bigfoot carrying kelp and other goodies from the beach up into the forest. So this is a great place for us to walk along and look for footprints. Obviously the tide comes and goes, so it can wash away those footprints, but we're looking above the high tide mark. Right now is high tide, so anywhere above this mark we can look for footprints and see if possibly a Bigfoot or a group of Bigfoot come down out of the forest last night to look for kelp, crab, and other goodies that would wash up on the beach.
Okay, we're gonna walk this shoreline and see if we can see any trucks coming to and from the ocean. We're also gonna go back up on the coastal trail and hike some more. Hey, look at some of the food sources here. Last year when we were here, in this area that we're at right now, we had Derek with us, and we found a footprint in some soft soil that was fairly large and Bigfoot shaped. It was about 17 inches long, so we really liked this area just for that fact that we actually found what looked like a Bigfoot footprint, and there's been a lot of sightings of Bigfoot crossing 101 coming down to the ocean, and people have spotted Bigfoot on the ocean, and like I said earlier, the Bigfoot have been spotted carrying kelp from the ocean. You know, although we didn't find anything Bigfoot related this time,
We're going to continue to check these coastal trails. When we're here, we're going to hike these trails and look for Bigfoot. I hope you enjoyed a coastal trail Bigfoot expedition. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.